We see the sky, we see the land, we see the water, and we wonder, are we the only ones? Long before we came to exist, the humans ruled the earth. They made marvelous things and moved whole mountains. They knew the secret of flight, the secret of happiness, and other secrets beyond our imagining. The humans also knew the secret of life, and they used it to give us the four great gifts: thinking minds, feeling hearts, speaking mouths, and reaching hands. We are their children. They taught us how to use our hands and how to speak. They showed us the joy of using our minds. They loved us, and when we were ready, they surely would have given us the secret of happiness. And now we see the sky, the land, and the water that we are heirs to, and we wonder, why did they leave? Do they live still in the stars, in the ocean depths, in the wind? We wonder, was their fate good or evil? And will we also share the same fate one day?
What? Why, how did you...
While your pawn was still searching in the Cave of Tears, my paladin made it through the forest to home base. You were taken totally by surprise.
How could I have allowed myself to be defeated by such a simple trick?
You weren't defeated by a trick. You were defeated by your own cockiness. You were already polishing the victory medallion instead of concentrating on the puzzle.
That's not true. I was...
Hear ye! Hear ye! It is time for the awarding of the prizes. The silver medallion for second place is awarded to Griff of the Fox tribe. And the first prize of the gold medallion goes to Scory of the Rat tribe. Congratulations to both of our winners. Now, everyone, enjoy the fair.
Oh, Rip! You won! You got the silver medallion for second place.
It's not first place. I should have won first place. I was too busy thinking about the prize instead of the puzzle. I should have...
Attention, everyone! By authority of the Forest King, I hereby declare this fair officially closed.
What is the meaning of this?
The Orb of Storms has been stolen from its resting place.
The Orb of Storms. This is most distressing.
Until the orb has been returned, everyone is confined to their homes while a full investigation is conducted.
Confined? Boars cannot be confined. We go where we want. We do what we want.
Including perhaps stealing the Orb of Storms?
Boars do not steal. Why would we steal it?
The orb predicts storms. Storms bring rain. Rain brings mud. And who likes mud better than anything? Boars.
Bah! If we had wanted the orb, we would have just walked in boldly and taken it. No, Elk, we are not thieves. We do not sneak around and steal like the fox.
Hey!
Quiet. Or is there something you'd like to tell us?
Just that foxes don't always steal. Some of us have never stolen anything.
Confess, Fox. Tell us where you were last evening just before sundown.
I camped in the woods overnight on my way here.
And I suppose someone saw you and can confirm this?
I can. I was with him the whole time.
Ha! First one fox lies, then the other fox does, by saying the first one was telling the truth. We boars want the orb returned. As much as I hate to admit, there is truth in what the elk captain has said. Without the orb, we will not know when the rains will come. We will not know when to prepare the mud baths. All this makes the boars very mad. We want answers now. And morphs without answers will get hurt.
Are you threatening us?
Boars will hurt. Boars will hurt all. Boars want the orb back now!
Very well, Captain. I'll deal with this. Under the authority granted me by the Forest King, I arrest you both for the theft of...
But you can't do that. We haven't stolen anything.
I'm afraid I'll have to hold the two of you in custody until this puzzle is solved.
Puzzle? You say this is a puzzle? Then I'm the last person you want to arrest.
What do you mean?
See this medallion? This is for second place in the puzzle-solving contest. If anyone can find the Orb of Storms and bring it back to you, it's me.
Well then, Fox, I suppose it is up to you after all.
Very well. You have until the next new moon to find the orb.
Okay, see you then. Come on, Reen.
However, just to make sure that you return, I will send one of my warriors along with you. Lieutenant Ia, please step forward. Lieutenant Ia, you will accompany them on their quest. Aid them wherever and whenever you can. But if they try to escape or refuse to return, your orders are to use whatever force is necessary to return them to us to stand trial. Is that perfectly clear, Lieutenant?
Yes, my captain.
Wait! Boars do not trust foxes. Boars do not trust elk. Both are weak fools. I will send along a true warrior, one who will get the job done. Orc! Orc, go with them. Find this orb. If they are lying, kill them. If they try to escape, kill them. If you suspect treachery, kill them. If they do not find the orb, kill them.
What about if we snore too loudly?
Riff!
Maybe I won't wait. Maybe I'll kill them now.
Enough. Now go. Remember, you have only until the next new moon to complete your quest.
Wait. I do not trust you most of all, young fox. So, to make sure you come back, we will keep your little friend.
Ow! Riff!
Reen!
Remember, if you return by the next new moon, your friend will be released unharmed. If you don't return by then, why, I'll just have me a new pelt for my wall. Now go!
Reen! Reen!
I suggest you concentrate on completing your task. Remember, you have only until...
The next new moon. You don't have to remind me. I'll be here, and I'll have the orb with me.
I hope that you do. Lieutenant Ia, you're in charge. Carry on and Godspeed.
Yes, sir.
Well, my new friends, our quest lies ahead. Let us not keep it waiting.
I have my orders to help you. Lead on as you wish, but I'll be watching everything you do.
I'm here to assist you, not intimidate you. I'll do as you wish.
I'll get a rematch. Then they'll see. I have no opponent. Just an ordinary bale of hay.
I barely got a chance to enjoy the fair. And here I am on assignment again.
This was one of the best fairs we've ever had. Well, for most of us anyway.
Good day to you, sir. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
If it isn't the bots that closed down the fair and ruined my vacation. Would I mind if you asked me a few questions? Of course not. You may waste all of my time if you wish.
Would you tell me?
What I was doing at the time of the theft? Of course, I was butting heads with one of the other fairgoers.
You were having an argument with him?
I didn't say I was arguing with him. I said we were butting heads.
Who do you think might have stolen the orb?
I think it was the rats. No, on second thought, I think it was the bears. However, it could have been the dogs. My vote, however, is with one of those crafty foxes. All the fingers seem to be pointing to them and to one in particular. And I have seen no evidence to the contrary. Have you?
Do you have any idea why someone might have wanted to steal the orb?
Something that predicts the weather, tells us the seasons, something upon which our entire agricultural existence depends? I can't possibly imagine why anyone would want to steal that old thing. Perhaps to make into a necklace? What do you think?
What do you know about these orbs?
Only two things. One, they are round, hence the name orb. Two, the theft of one has caused the complete ruination of my vacation at this fair. That is all I know about them, and that is all I want to know about them.
Can you give me any advice in looking for the missing orb?
Yes, I can. I suggest you take the longest, most difficult route available. Don't forget to stop occasionally and bang your head with a large rock or other blunt instrument. Bury your face in a hill of red ants whenever you can. And if you should run across any rams that might be on holiday, don't forget to take time out and totally ruin it for them.
Thank you for...
Farewell, young fox. If we never meet again, it will be too soon.
Wow, what a sore head. Hey, a ram. Butting heads? Sore head? That's pretty good. Good day to you, sir.
Forced to pack up and move out before my wares are sold. This is not a good day, sir.
Would you be so kind as to tell me where you were evening last?
I was working my booth, trying to make a meager living. I am a merchant. Where else would I be?
And what is it you sell around here?
I am a bookseller.
Can you think of anyone who would want to steal the Orb of Storms?
The orb is very valuable to many races. It could have been anyone here. It could have been no one here.
Why would anyone steal the orb?
The orb has great value. It could be used by many races.
How would you use it?
I am a merchant. If I had such an orb, I would sell it to the highest bidder. Then I could retire and live the rest of my days in luxury.
What do you know of these orbs?
I only know that they came from the time before, when man walked the earth. I do not know how they were made, nor how they came to contain their powers.
Can you offer me any advice for my quest?
Trust no one, not even your traveling companions. Sleep lightly. Watch your back at all times, and should you obtain the orb's return, get rid of it as quickly as you can, or it will become a curse upon your life.
Thank you for your time and trouble, good sir. You have been most helpful. Excuse me, my good lady, but my companions and I are in search of the Orb of Storms.
The orb? Go on.
Perhaps you could tell us where you were evening last.
I was in my wagon, preparing my sculptures for today's sale. They are quite beautiful, are they not?
Is there anyone who could vouch for your whereabouts?
I'm afraid not. No one saw me from early yesterday evening until today.
Can you tell me who might have stolen the orb?
Someone very clever. I understand the orbs are heavily guarded. In order for someone to steal one, he would have to be very clever indeed, or be someone that even the guards would not suspect.
What would you do with such an orb if you had it in your possession?
I'd try to take it apart, find out how it worked. What a feat of engineering! What skill that would take!
What do you know of these orbs?
I know they contain the secrets of nature itself. I do not understand how they work. It has been my fondest wish to be able to take one apart and look inside for myself. Perhaps someday.
Do you have any advice to help us on our quest?
I cannot help you find the orb, but once you do, I suggest you learn all you can about it. Then bring your knowledge to me, and I'll see if I can make another. Together, we could become very rich.
Thank you for your time, friend Ferret. I must be off.
Don't forget what I said. I will anxiously await your return.
Excuse me, my good woman, but could I trouble you long enough to ask you a few questions?
Oh, very well. Ask your questions, but make them brief.
Where were you last night, just after dusk?
Where I was and what I was doing is none of your business.
Do you have any suspicions as to who may have stolen the Orb of Storms?
There are plenty around here who would be mean enough to do it. I wouldn't put it past any of them.
Can you suggest why someone might have stolen the orb?
Because people are mean. They're just plain mean. The minute you get anything nice, someone is going to come along and steal it from you. It's always been that way, and that's the way it will always be.
Do you have any information about the stolen orb?
Now, do I look like the type of person who would have information about those silly orbs? Seems that people have placed so much importance on these orbs, they've forgotten how to do anything for themselves. Know what I mean?
Could you offer me any advice on my search?
The only advice I have is not to take any advice from anybody. They don't know what they're talking about. They'll just try to steal from you, or cheat you, or get whatever you've got. People are like that.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I must be off. Thank you so much for your time and wisdom, my good woman. It has truly been a pleasure talking to you.
Well, thank you, young man. It was nice to talk to you, too. Such a polite young man. Good luck to you and your companions. Just you be careful. There's so much meanness out there, you know.
Yes, ma'am. Fare you well. Good day to you. Friend Mole, I was wondering.
If I can exchange your currency, what would be your pleasure?
We are seeking information. We are investigating the disappearance of the Orb of Storms.
So, you are the ones who have ruined the fair. Be gone! I have nothing to say to you.
Then you have no knowledge of the orb's disappearance?
I have no knowledge of anything. Now leave me alone.
Have you noticed any large amounts of money changing hands of late?
No, and if I had, I wouldn't tell you. The only hands I care about are mine. And since there is no money to be changed here, I'll bid you adieu. Adieu!
I see I will have to try a different approach with this one. It seems that of all the people at this fair, you are the one who would have the most to gain by the theft of the orb.
I? What would I have to gain?
A thing of such value would surely bring a good price. And a money changer would be the first to whom the thief would go to ransom the prize. Tell us what you know, or we will turn you over to the authorities.
You can do nothing. You have no evidence. You have no proof. All you have are wild accusations. Now, go away. You waste my time.
We have very little money. Can you help us?
That depends on what you have of value. Nothing.
Except my silver medallion.
Ah, silver. I'll give you 20 credits for it.
My medallion is not for sale.
20 credits is the best I can do. Take it or leave it.
You don't understand. A friend once told me that I should be proud of this medallion. It is for her that I wear it.
Very well, my sentimental young friend.
I have decided to take you up on your offer.
And what offer is that?
You offered to buy my medallion.
But you said you weren't going to sell it for the sake of your girlfriend.
It is for her sake that I now sell it.
May I see the medallion?
Indeed you may. It is pure silver.
So I see. Very nice, indeed. I will give you 15 credits for it.
15 credits? You said you would give me 20 when I asked before.
That was before. It has gone from a seller's market to a buyer's market. 15 is my final offer. Take it or leave it.
Why, you...
Keep him away from me, or you shall get nothing.
Patience, friend Doc. We cannot harm him.
This is no more than highway robbery.
It is only the law of supply and demand, and in this case, I have the supply and you have the demand. Now come, let us either strike a bargain or be on your way.
It is a poor bargain at best, but one I am forced to accept. Very well, I accept your terms.
But Riff!
We have no more time for arguments, friend Doc. We must do what we must do.
There you are, young fox. Count it if you wish. Do come again, won't you? I look forward to our next transaction.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Well, have a good day.
Excuse me.
Ah, you wish to have your fortune told. What is your name?
My name is Riff, and I come here seeking information.
Information is my business.
Not information about myself, but rather about the Orb of Storms.
Ah, so you are the one sent to seek the orb. Bid your friends wait elsewhere, and I will supply the information you seek.
Now then, about the Orb of Storms.
Patience, my handsome friend. First, let me see your palm. Interesting. You may now ask your questions.
I suppose you were in your booth last evening telling fortunes?
Now, who is telling fortunes? I was here, Kidling, all evening.
Perhaps you could look into your crystal and tell me who did this deed.
Very well. I can see forms, many forms, but I cannot make them out. I sense great power. Your quest will be a most dangerous one.
For what purpose was the orb stolen?
If the thief would sell information on the seasons and weather to other tribes, it would make him very rich indeed.
What do you know of the orbs?
I know that the Orb of Storms is but one of several. I also know that all of the orbs are somehow linked to a great intelligence from which their powers are derived.
And what is the source of this great intelligence?
That is a mystery that died with the humans.
What advice can you give me on my quest?
I suggest you examine the scene of the crime. You may find other pieces to your puzzle there.
You mean journey to the sanctuary of the Orb of Storms?
Yes. There you will find the old one, Elara. She may help you, but first you must convince her that your heart is true.
Then I shall be on my way. Thank you for your help and counsel.
Will you not tarry a while longer? Perhaps a soft bed will rest and refresh you for your journey.
My friend is being held prisoner. Until she is free, there will be no rest for me.
I see. Then off with you, handsome one. May fortune smile upon you.
Excuse me, friend. Could we ask you some questions?
Time is money, my friend. If you want one, it will cost you the other.
But we have very little money, and we will need it for our quest to find the Orb of Storms.
Sorry, friend. Like I said, no dime, no time. Bye now.
Perhaps keeping your head attached to your body has some value to you.
Yes, it certainly does.
Now then, what were you doing last night when the orb was stolen?
I was playing dominoes out behind one of the tents. Honest, I was there all evening.
And others can vouch for that fact?
Sure, plenty of people saw me.
Do you know of anyone who might have stolen the orb?
Are you joking? I know plenty of people who might have stolen it, but I don't know of anyone who did steal it, and that's the truth.
You seem to associate with a fairly unsavory lot. Have you heard any rumors among your companions?
Not a thing. Most of the people I know are into petty theft. Nothing as big as an orb.
But the orb is quite valuable. You and your friends have every motive for stealing it.
Suppose I did steal the orb. What would I do with it? You can't fence something like that. No, stealing the orb is way out of my league.
What do you know about the orb?
No more than anyone else. It's the orb that predicts the weather and tells when to plant the crops. It's been around since the time of man. That's all I know. Honest.
Do you have any advice for us on our search?
This thing is big. It's much too big a job for one person.
You mean one person could not have stolen it?
One person might have stolen it, but it would take a whole syndicate to either use it or get rid of it. Whoever made off with it is bound to have some really powerful contacts.
Well, my friend, if you run across any information, we would be most grateful if you would share it with us.
And if you don't let us know, it will make me most displeased. Do we understand each other?
We most certainly do. If I hear of anything, you'll be the first to know.
See that we are. Farewell. Pardon me, my friend. I'm conducting an investigation. Would you mind answering a few questions for me?
You want to ask me questions? I'm not very good at answering questions, but I'll try.
Where were you last night?
I know this one, and don't tell me. Let me think.
Mr. Bear.
Wait a minute. Let's see. Last night, today I'm here. Oh yeah, last night I was here too. I was getting my wares ready to sell.
And what exactly is it that you sell?
Sweets, fruit on a stick, honey on a stick, honeyed fruits on a stick. If it's sweet and will fit on a stick, I'll sell it.
Who do you think might have stolen the Orb of Storms?
That's a hard one. Who stole the orb? Let's see. I think it was the thief.
The thief?
That's right. If you find the thief, you'll have the person who stole the orb.
Why do you think someone, the thief, might have stolen the orb?
Maybe it was pretty. Maybe it tasted good. Maybe it was fun to roll around and play with.
What do you know about the Orb of Storms?
It's been stolen.
I know it's been stolen. I just don't know by whom.
I'll bet it was that thief you were talking about.
I didn't say there was a thief. You did.
There wasn't a thief? That's good. It'd be awful if someone stole one of those orbs.
What advice would you give in searching for the orb?
Let's see. Take some warm clothes, especially your mittens, and a warm hat. And don't forget your galoshes. Always be polite and say please and thank you.
What's that?
What's what?
I believe I heard someone calling me.
I don't hear.
Thank you so much for your time and trouble, Mr. Bear.
And don't take any wooden nickels.
Wow! Look at the size of those knockers.
Indeed. Let us hope those inside are responsive to our inquiries.
I don't care as long as they answer our questions.
I'm so late. Let me by, please.
Where is my cup? Has anyone seen my cup?
I'm so late. Let me by, please. I'm so late.
Where is my cup? Thank you. You are so very kind. Unfortunately, I have nothing for you. Goodbye. Oh, what a terrible day this has been. Don't you agree?
What do you want?
We seek Elara, matron of the orb.
You have found her. Identify yourselves.
My name is Rith. These are my companions. Ia, Lieutenant of the Forest King, and Sergeant Ak of the Boar Guard. We have come to find the Orb of Storms.
For what purpose?
To return it here.
How do I know you're not planning to keep it for yourself?
You have my word of honor.
And what do I know of your honor? There are rumors that the orb was stolen by a fox. How do I know that you are not the thief himself?
There is no evidence of my guilt, only the prejudice of small minds. If I were in possession of the orb, why would I return?
Perhaps to see what else you can steal?
But
Enough! The Orb of Storms was in my care and now it is gone. I will not risk further desecration by allowing outsiders to poke their noses around this sanctuary. Leave at once!
Wait! I represent your great friend, the Forest King. Does that mean nothing to you?
Our friendship means a great deal. But how do I know you represent him?
Do I not wear the uniform of the Elk Guard?
Anyone can wear a uniform. Bring me a token of authority from the king himself, and you shall have my cooperation in conducting your investigation.
What shall the token be?
The king will know.
But our time is short. We have only until the next new moon to return the orb.
Then I suggest you make haste. Now go. Go! Return when you have the token. Do you have the token of which I spoke?
But Mistress Elara...
I said no. You will not be allowed to explore the sanctuary without a writ of authority, and that's final. I'm taking no more chances. Now go away.
These clean and shiny walls make me very uncomfortable.
I must say I admire this woman, Elara.
Pretty foxy-looking statues. Pretty... It's locked. Ferret art. What can I say?
Ah, home at last. Every time I stand at this hallowed gate, I am in awe of what lies within. Trees, flowers, streams, fish, and abundance of food. What more could anyone ask?
Mud! Of course!
The writ of authority will suffice for me. A beautiful sight, a lovely scent. It's nice to be able to pause like this.
This is most foolish. We are the last people the Forest King wants to see. I suggest we continue our search.
Plants? Flowers? Sunshine? You know, it scares me a little.
Your Majesty, we are most grateful for this audience.
How may I be of service to you?
In our investigation, we sought to explore the sanctuary of the orb. We were, however, stopped by Alara, matron of the sanctuary.
Yeah! She won't let us in unless you say so!
What the Boar Guard means is that she requires a token of authority before she will grant us admittance.
Isn't that what I said?
Alara is wise. There is no one more qualified to guard the orb than she. And of all of us who feel its loss, it is she who feels it most deeply. Here, take this to her. This will convince her of your authority.
A golden apple? That's it?
This apple will speak volumes. Now go. Your quest will be an arduous one, and time is of the essence if war with the boar is to be avoided.
We are in your debt, Your Majesty.
What? Is there something more to be said?
I ask your mercy, mighty king. I have been wrongly accused of the theft.
I am well aware of your predicament. However, the orb must be found if war with the boar is to be avoided. Personally, I wouldn't be surprised if the boar are the ones who stole it.
The boars have stolen nothing. We do not want war.
Perhaps your people do not, but your leaders most certainly do.
That's a lie.
Your Majesty, if we do not succeed, many innocent people will die. Is this justice?
If you cannot find the orb, we will be unable to plant crops and grow food. Is that justice? It will turn tribe against tribe, neighbor against neighbor. There will be war. Is that justice? If the orb falls into the wrong hands, it will be used to blackmail all of us. Is that justice?
But, Your Majesty...
The theft of the orb demands blood. Yours or someone else's.
Our search has come to a standstill, Your Majesty. I have come to ask your advice.
Very well. I shall give it to you. Get back out there and keep looking. And don't come back until you have news of the orb.
But, Your Majesty...
Say no more, Fox. You try my patience. Now be gone. I have no more to say to you. What? Is there something more to be said?
I didn't steal the orb. I really didn't.
Then let truth be your sword, and honor be your shield, and you shall have nothing to fear.
Good day to you, Your Majesty.
Go in peace, and hurry, my children. Hurry!
Your Majesty, we're sorry to have disturbed you. Good day to you, sire.
How can you stand to live among so much green? Ugh, what a color.
Quite an intricate design. Excuse me.
Yes?
What village is this?
This is the Ferret Village and site of the Tinker's Lodge.
Well, sorry to take up your time then.
Good day.
Is that plaster you carry?
No, sir. Too heavy. Wouldn't want to hurt my back. Get it? You asked if I carry bags of plaster. I said they were too heavy. It's a joke.
Yes, quite humorous indeed. Let me rephrase my question. Can we get plaster here?
Try the pub. You can always get plaster there. Get it? It's a joke. You said you were looking to get...
I know what I said.
Okay. I just love a good joke, you know. Can't pass up an opportunity to make a funny. Sure, I've got plaster. Got some great plaster. Fast drying, super hard, best on the market. Only cost you 15 credits a bag. 15 credits, eh? Just enough for the bag of plaster. How does that sound?
15 credits? Why so expensive?
Hey, this stuff isn't cheap, you know.
My good ferret, you and I both know that there is a significant profit margin in these building materials. Could you not make an exception and lower the price of one bag?
How much?
To perhaps 7 credits?
7 credits? 7 credits? Now that is the best joke I've heard in weeks. 7 credits!
Apparently this ferret is not in a bargaining mood. Perhaps you would take something else of value in trade.
Sorry, I run a cash-only business here. If you have something of value, go and sell it. Then when you return, you may buy the plaster.
Look here, ferret, this is highway robbery.
If you don't like my prices, you may go elsewhere.
I represent the Forest King, and I don't think that he would take kindly to your overcharging one of his soldiers.
The king has no authority over what I charge. Besides, he has better things to do with his time than worry about the price of plaster.
Surely you would not like to anger the Boar King. He can be most unpleasant to his enemies.
We supply many things to the Boar King, things that he would not wish to do without. He will not interfere in our business. No, you three cannot intimidate me with your threats. 1 bag of plaster coming right up.
Very interesting architecture. The Forest King sends his respects and bids us give you this golden apple as a token of authority. He said that it would have meaning for you.
Indeed it does. This apple is a souvenir of a quest he went on for his king when he was but a young soldier. He was as noble a warrior as he is a king.
Then you will permit us access to the sanctuary so that we may investigate the stolen orb?
You may search to your heart's content. I shall open the gates. Good fortune be with you.
Thank you, mistress. Nice, clear water. These might be a valuable clue. Wait!
What?
It's a footprint. Do you recognize it, Ia?
It doesn't look familiar, but tracking was never my strong point. Perhaps we can find someone who can identify it.
We'll have to bring him here. We certainly cannot move the mud.
What should we do?
Looks good. Now, to use it before it dries. Perfect. This plaster is heavy.
This strikes me as being most unwise. Walking into the enemy camp and risking capture ourselves is the last thing we need.
But information is the first thing we need, and this may be our only way to obtain it.
I still think this is pure folly.
Perhaps the elk is right. We should not disturb the Boar King. He will be very angry.
Really, Ak? Surely you have nothing to fear. You are an honored Boar warrior, specially chosen for this mission by the captain of the Boar Guard. I should think you'd be expecting a hero's welcome.
Bah! This assignment is not an honor. It is a punishment.
What? A punishment? What was your offense?
I was on guard duty. A great celebration was going on inside, and a fellow guard managed to slip me a tankard of ale. Then another, and another. The next thing I remember, the captain of the guard was throwing a bucket of water in my face.
You got drunk and fell asleep on guard duty?
It happened over a year ago. Since then, whenever a disagreeable task comes along, it's given to me.
Then we will see to it that the success of this quest restores your honor. Look like anyone I know? Excuse me, we have come to see...
Well, well, what have we here? If it isn't a fox and an elk, and Ak!
So, were you able to find your way back by yourself, or did you get lost again?
Oh, please, Sergeant Ak, have mercy on me. Please don't make me go in front of the Boar King and plead my case.
But...
Please, don't make me go into his throne room. You are so strong and I am so weak. As much as I fear you, I fear the Boar King even more. Have mercy!
What are you...
Please, Sergeant Ak, do not drive us so hard. We have been walking many days to get here and are fatigued beyond words. We cannot keep up with you. Please, we must rest.
Rest? You want rest? I have no time for rest. You, Fox, get to the throne room. The king will enjoy watching you grovel. Now, you two, open the gate. Go ahead, Riff. Elks are not welcome, so I must remain here to protect Ia.
Oh, really?
Well, if it isn't the little thief again.
I wonder what he wants this time.
Ha 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 ha!
Well, I see our presence here is not appreciated. We shall have to take our truffle news elsewhere.
Wait! Truffle news?
That's right. In our journey, a field rich with truffles was found by the eagle nose of our friend Ock.
Eagle nose?
Whatever. We thought that we would share this news with the Boar King. After all, there are more than enough truffles in this field to provide everyone in the castle with a sumptuous repast.
A lot of truffles?
Oh yes, a whole field full of them. But with the reception we've received, I don't think I care to share that information.
Oh, you must forgive me. I've had a very bad day. I'm sure the king will want to hear of this immediately.
Very well. Open the gate.
Go ahead, Riff.
Your Majesty, presenting Riff of the Fox tribe.
Your Majesty, I have been falsely accused of the theft of the...
I know who you are, Riff of the Fox tribe. Please, I like to be addressed face to face.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I have come to ask your indulgence.
I said I like to be addressed face to face. You may address me here.
But, Your Majesty...
Address me here or leave! Those are your choices, Fox.
Thank you for your time, Your Majesty, but mud is not to my liking. Perhaps we could go somewhere else to talk.
If you will not come into the mud, we have nothing more to say.
Your Majesty, I am deeply grateful for this audience. I believe you are holding my friend Reen hostage. And I have come to ask you for her release.
Hostage? We don't have any hostages here. We do, however, have a quite charming guest. Captain!
Riff!
Reen? Reen!
Be careful! Don't let them hurt you!
Don't worry. I'll be back. I'll get you out.
Reen! I'll be back. I will see that she is kept safe until either you fail or you do not return. Then, I give you my word that she will suffer mightily. Now go! You have ceased to amuse me. Leave while you still have your life.
But I will return to claim both my friend and my honor.
Well, why aren't you leaving?
Oh, I am.
Oh, the poor fox. He's doomed, and he doesn't even know it.
Well, what have you learned?
Ugh, mud! How revolting! I may never get this mud out of my fur. What's this?
What is it?
It appears to be a ring with the crest of a wolf's head upon it.
Where did you get it?
It was stuck on my toe when I came out of the mud. Good day to you, sir.
Day it is. Good it is not.
We are in need of information.
What sort of information?
I am curious about the history of the rat tribe. What can you tell me?
I have no time for a history lesson. You should schedule an appointment with one of our historians.
Your historians?
That's right. We rats are one of the few tribes that can tell you about our history, for we've kept records since time immemorial.
Then you are one of the older races?
That's right. According to legend, we were the first race to be morphed. This may account for our copious record-keeping.
Do you have actual records of contact with the humans?
Ah, records of the humans. Those records are quite vague. They suggest that the humans kept our ancestors in cages while they bestowed the gift.
The gift?
That is what our people call the giving of self-awareness to morphs.
And what happened after you were given this gift?
Details are sketchy. Apparently, our ancestors worked with humans on a regular basis. In fact, they taught us their language and script.
Your ancestors served the humans?
Serve them? Of course not. We are not servants. We help them in their scientific experiments, on some level.
Then the rats and the humans must have been great allies.
Not so. Even though some humans worked with us, most of their race had great prejudice and fear toward us. They would drive us away or kill us if they could. Morphed and unmorphed alike, some had such hatred for us that they would hunt us down and set traps to catch us.
What did your people do?
What we had to do to survive. We segregated ourselves from man and built dwellings under the ground where we would be safe from those that would harm us. We continued that lifestyle even after the humans vanished.
And you believe these legends?
I believe all legends are part fact and part fiction. Which is which, only our ancestors knew for sure.
And your job is to watch this door?
It is not. I am no mere watchman. There are several of us who take turns watching the door. My main duty, however, is keeping track of our trade balance with other tribes.
What is your main form of exchange?
We deal mostly in information. Whatever skills we have come from our vast storehouse of written knowledge.
How did you get this job?
It is a trade that was passed down from my father and from his father before him.
You've been doing this a long time, then?
As long as I can remember. My father would bring me to this very room, even when I was very young, and teach me about this trade.
Do you enjoy this job?
Enjoy? Enjoy? What kind of question is that? It is my job. It is what I do for the good of my society. My personal enjoyment does not enter into it.
Tell us more about your society. Tell us about your people.
For one thing, we like to be left alone.
Really? Why is that?
Because we are usually too busy to make idle chit-chat. Therefore, our contact with other races is usually limited to what is necessary for trading.
But there were several rats at the puzzle tournament. In fact, it was a rat who beat me.
That's true. We seem to have a great skill for puzzle solving. So several of our younger members do enjoy getting out and dealing with other tribes at these events. It's just a phase, however, and usually doesn't last long. They soon return to the solitary lifestyle.
What do you do for fun?
Our pastimes are mostly intellectual. Games, puzzles, anagrams, the like. Physically, we enjoy foot races and hide and seek. Now, if you will excuse me, I must get back to my work.
You are indeed a most interesting race. We would like an audience with your leader.
An audience with our leader? An audience with our leader? Do you have an appointment?
We do not.
Then an audience is impossible.
Why?
Why? Because he only receives visitors from mid-morning until mid-afternoon every other day during the week, and from noon until dusk on the other two. On the day of Thron, he receives only invited guests from dusk until midnight, and on the day of Daff, he receives no visitors whatsoever. Therefore, you will have to wait for your audience.
But, good sir, you do not understand. I wish to see your leader, and I wish to see him now.
I beg your pardon?
I have no time to trifle with rules and bureaucratic red tape. Show us in, or I shall have my friend use you as a battering ram.
Such insolence.
Call it what you will. Just know that our mission is one of the utmost importance, and we will use any means necessary, including force, to accomplish it.
I see. I should tell you that with one blow of this whistle, I will have a company of rat guards here before you are able to cross the room.
Yes, but...
Have you ever seen a squad of rats on the attack?
No, but
We are known as some of the fiercest warriors in the land because we overwhelm our foes by our sheer number.
Well,
Then we gnaw upon our victims until they are helpless from pain and loss of blood.
Surely you...
Then we stake them out in the blazing sun for several days until their wounds become infected and their skin turns to leather.
Perhaps if we...
Then we use that leather to bind our books. In fact, this very book was bound from a particularly belligerent ram who thought he could just barge in. What do you think of that?
I think I'd better try a different tactic. I have an idea to distract him. Play along. We'd like to make an appointment.
Very well, then. What is your name again?
My name is Riff of the Fox Tribe.
Riff of the Fox Tribe. And you are...
This is Who Are You of the Boar Tribe. And Yasser I Am of the Elk Tribe.
You are who?
No. Yasser I Am.
No, who are you?
That's me.
You? Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm the doorkeeper. Who are you?
Who are you?
I said I'm the doorkeeper. Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm the doorkeeper. Who is he?
That's right.
What?
That's my nickname.
What is?
Who?
You? What is your nickname?
No. Who is?
Do you know his name?
Yes, sir, I am.
You are what?
Who?
You? Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm the doorkeeper. Once again, what is your name?
Yasser I Am.
You are who?
No, that's him.
Who is him?
That's right.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm the doorkeeper. Who are you?
I may need a disguise.
You can take off that cloak now, young fox. You must have had a long journey. So tell me,
How did you manage to get past the doorkeeper?
My friends and I provided him with a diversion.
Quite clever. But then I could tell you were clever at the puzzle tournament.
Aha, so that's where we have met before.
Yes. I am called Sist, and I was there to witness your defeat at the hands of Scory.
Scory was lucky.
Sometimes all that stands between a winner and a loser is a little bit of luck. Now then, why are you here?
My friends and I are investigating the disappearance of the Orb of Storms. We are at a loss as to where to start, and have heard that you know many things. Can you help us?
We have knowledge, but we are not clairvoyant. We must have clues, something to go on. Have you any clues?
I've found what might be a clue.
Let me see it then.
I have made a plaster cast of a footprint found at the scene of the theft. Can you identify it?
It looks familiar. I will have to consult with some of my associates. At any rate, it will not be enough for a positive identification. What other clues have you? Ah, sour berries.
What, you recognize them?
Indeed I do. These are very rare and grow only in certain places.
Where? You must tell me.
This, together with the footprint, tells me all I need to know.
Who is it? You must tell me.
Not so fast. My knowledge does not come cheap.
But I have very little money.
Who mentioned money? It is information that I desire.
What is it you wish to know?
For weeks we have heard rumors of strange goings-on at the court of the Boar King. This has caused great consternation among my people, for we do not trust the boar.
That is a sentiment shared by most races.
I want you to go to the Boar King's court and see what you can find out.
But I was just there.
I find that hard to believe. Have you any proof?
I did find this ring at the bottom of his mud bath.
What were you doing in his...
Never mind. It's a long story.
Ah, this is good. This is very good. I mean, this is bad. Do you know what this ring means?
It has the head of a wolf on it, so I assume it belongs to a member of the wolf tribe.
It is more than that. This insignia is that of a wolf captain. That means there have been military meetings between the wolf and the boar.
How do you know the ring wasn't stolen? Or maybe the wolf captain lost it?
First, the wolf captain is constantly surrounded by guards. You cannot steal from him. Secondly, the ring cannot be lost because it is never taken off, except under very special circumstances, like the pledging of a very solemn troth.
What kind of troth?
It is that which fills me with fear. Whatever unholy alliance has been formed between the wolf and the boar, it can only mean trouble for the rest of the tribes. And I believe it all revolves around the missing orb.
Then it is all the more important you tell me what I need to know. The footprint and the sour berries, to whom do they belong?
The footprint belongs to a raccoon.
A raccoon?
A rather large male in his mid-30s, I'd say.
But raccoons are pretty rare in these parts.
This raccoon isn't from these parts. The sour berries only grow at very high altitudes. Most of the raccoons have settled on an island far to the north of the known lands. Whatever raccoon made this footprint obviously brought the berries with him from the north. It is there your answers lie.
Then I had best be on my way. Time grows short. Fare you well, friend Sist. Let us both hope my mission is successful.
Wait! Take this wolf's head ring with you. It may prove valuable. If nothing else, it may provide you with some capital in an emergency.
But this was to be your payment.
The information you brought me is payment enough. Now go, and may Hrone go with you.
Thank you, Francis.
Who are you? Who are you? I'm the doorkeeper. Who are you? Who are you? I said I'm the doorkeeper. Who are you?
Nothing special about it.
Who are you?
I haven't seen this many rules since I was in school.
Who is he?
That's right.
What?
What a great view this place has.
I think there may be someone at home.
Let's visit that house.
Hello, sir. We've come to Forever Mountain in hope of peering into the wildlands, that we might have some sort of idea where we are going.
I am pleased to meet you. My name is Tycho Northpaw.
You seem to have an excellent view up here. Have you had occasion to do much observation of the wildlands?
Indeed I have. In fact, I have made maps of part of them.
Indeed, most interesting.
I am both an astronomer and cartologist.
Cartologist?
A map maker.
Our new friend is a map maker. Perhaps you could tell us something about the wildlands.
I will tell you what I know of the wildlands. It is a place of great danger. It is also a place of great magnificence. There are hostile tribes, treacherous terrain, and roaming reptiles. It is also a land of great beauty and power.
It sounds like a truly wondrous place.
I could just as easily be describing the known lands.
But it sounds very different.
In some ways, the wildlands are very different from the known lands. In some ways, they are very similar.
Have you ever been to the wildlands yourself?
I have not. With my impaired sense of smell, I am at somewhat of a disadvantage in the wilds. I do, however, occasionally encounter a traveler who has been through the wildlands, and he will supply me with information.
Many fear the wildlands and say they are full of unspeakable dangers.
That is only fear of the unknown. If you make the unknown known, the fear has nowhere to take root.
Can you give us any suggestions for our journey?
Keep all of your senses on alert, especially your common sense. You will need them.
How much of the wildlands can be seen from this mountain?
That is hard to say. I cannot see as much as I used to when I had my light catcher. However, No one I have met has ever reached the other side and returned to tell their story.
Yes, the Wildlands are a fascinating place, but there are some other things to discuss. Tell us about yourself. How did you come to live here on the edge of the Wildlands?
I was born a member of the dog tribe and raised to be a hunter. However, that career was cut short. You see, I suffer from hay fever, which not only renders my sense of smell useless, but on the hunt, my sneezing had a tendency to alert the prey to our presence. I soon became quite a liability to the hunting party.
I'm terribly sorry. That must have been quite difficult for you.
Not really. True, the other members of the tribe soon ostracized me, but I was never much of a hunter anyway. My heart just wasn't in it. I was much more interested in the stars. I would lie on my back night after night and watch them into the early hours of the morning. I charted their progress across the sky and studied them until I knew each and every one by heart. So I decided to become an astronomer.
What led you to Forever Mountain?
The king of the dog tribe at the time, Rex, had no use for astronomy. He considered it a waste of time. All he cared about was the hunt. So after I was ostracized, I decided to find the highest mountain I could from which to gaze at the stars. And that was here, Forever Mountain.
What did you find when you first arrived here?
I found this building.
Just this building? Nothing more?
Oh yes, there were many other things.
What kind of things?
Instruments for seeing the stars. Light catchers, I call them. I believe they were actually left here by the humans before they ascended.
What makes you think they were left by humans?
The items I found are far beyond our own technology.
And you actually believe all of these humans ascended to the land of the clouds?
Actually, I believe the humans ascended to the moon.
What?
The image we see on the moon? That is actually the face of a human. I believe they carved it there so we would know that they are always looking down on us, watching us and caring for us. Someday they will return.
And when will that be?
When we are good enough, when we have learned enough, when we have stopped fighting amongst ourselves and learned to live in peace. Only then will we be worthy.
I find that hard to believe.
Then what do you believe in, my young friend?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
Ah.
That's all very interesting, of course, but there are a few other things we'd like to discuss. How did you come to make these maps?
From my vantage point here on the mountain, I would look through my light catcher to the wild lands below. I saw the hills and the valleys. If I saw an area of thick vegetation, I knew there must be water nearby. If it was a round, contained area, it was a lake. If it was a long, extended area, it was a river or stream. If at night I saw a fire, I assumed it must either be a campfire or a village. The size of the fire and the consistency of its occurrence told me which.
You mentioned something called a light catcher. What is that?
Ah, my light catcher. It is an instrument I found in this house. It makes objects that are far away seem close at hand. It makes the stars seem so close you could reach up and touch them. It makes the moon look as if it were right next door.
What a wonderful apparatus. May we see it?
I will show it to you, but I'm afraid the instrument itself is broken. About 8 moons ago, I had it on my desk. A strong wind blew through my window, blowing papers to the floor and taking my light catcher with it. Part of it shattered, and it has not worked since. It still pains me to think about it.
What part broke?
This small, round, clear part. It cracked in half.
And you've been unable to repair it?
I'm afraid so.
That is most unfortunate. Such an instrument would help us greatly on our quest. There are a few other things we'd like to discuss.
Go on.
Since we cannot see very far into the wildlands, perhaps you would lend us the use of your map.
I'm afraid that is impossible. It is the only map I have of the wildlands. And with my light catcher now broken, I would never be able to make another one. It must not leave these walls.
But without it, we will lose much time trying to find our way into the wildlands.
I sympathize with you, but there is nothing that would persuade me to give up my possession of the map.
Would you trade the map for a repaired light catcher?
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I know who can repair the piece from your light catcher. If you allow us to use your map to go into the wildlands, I will see to it that your light catcher is repaired. Do we have a bargain?
I will make you a counter-proposal. While you are getting the piece from my light catcher repaired, I will make you a duplicate of my map. It will be ready by the time you return. Fair enough?
Fair enough. If you wrap the piece of the light catcher so it may be transported safely, we shall be on our way.
My friends, the broken piece is now in your care.
We'll be on our way.
Good luck to you.
I like these high places.
I'll never remember all the things he's told us.
What a view!
This is my window to the world. What a marvelous machine this universe is.
What an odd design. What does it mean?
This is what happens when we have an eclipse.
The Earth looks so small.
Imagine how small we look to the Earth.
Good day. May I show you some of my glass items?
No, thank you. Your glasswares are pretty indeed, but it is information I seek.
Information? This is not an information booth. If you are not going to purchase anything, I suggest you move on.
He's so intense. I'm afraid all he'd talk about is coal. Actually, I have a glass item to show you. We need to have this repaired or have a duplicate made. Can you do it?
These are most unusual. From whence did these pieces come?
An instrument called a light catcher.
This is new to me. To construct a piece to these exact specifications is beyond my skill.
Then we are doomed.
Not so fast. Let us go to the lodge. We can ask Sokka. If she cannot help us, perhaps she will consult the one who knows all.
What is this lodge you speak of?
The lodge is our gathering place. It is the place where we share information and ideas of how to build things better.
How many are there of you at this lodge?
Sometimes 20, sometimes 30.
23.
We gather there every day before sundown. In fact, the meeting should be starting very shortly.
Who is Saka?
Saka is our chief builder and the head of our association.
And she will know how to repair the glass?
If she doesn't, she will have the best chance of finding someone or something who can.
Who is the one who knows all?
The one who knows all speaks to us. He tells us how to build things and answers our questions. However, we do not understand most of what he says.
Where can we find him?
The one who knows all is not in the body. He speaks to us through unit.
Please go on.
Perhaps I've said too much already. I would prefer to let Saka explain.
Then we shall most gratefully meet with you and the others at the lodge.
And since there is a large head and a small head on the same hammer, you won't have to carry as many tools.
Friends, may I have your attention? These travelers have come to us with a most perplexing problem.
Indeed. How may we be of help? No gift will be necessary.
I am in possession of a most unusual piece of glass. However, it is broken, and I must either get it repaired or have a new one made.
This piece of glass is warped. I cannot clearly see through it.
It is part of a wondrous apparatus called a light catcher. It makes objects that are far away look very near.
That is quite amazing.
Perhaps you could consult the one who knows all.
What do you know of the one who knows all?
Only that you turn to him when all else fails. Please, can you not consult him now? It is a matter of life and death.
Very well. We will show the glass to Unit and...
Wait! Only a member of our guild may speak with the one.
Then he shall be an honorary member.
The rest of us had to pass a test to prove our worthiness. Tradition must be upheld.
Yes, I say we give him our test.
That's right. Even a mere honorary member must pass our test. Test! Test! Test!
What is this test you speak of?
It is a test of your cleverness. If you pass, I will consult on your behalf. If you fail, you must look elsewhere for your solution. This is based on an ancient drawing made by the humans. You must arrange the pieces in their proper place within the frame. Each piece must fit perfectly. They cannot overlap. Do this, and you will prove your worth.
Then bring on your test.
Very well. Bring on the tanagram.
Hey, Fox, would you like a hint?
Riff, I hereby grant you honorary membership in the ancient and honorable order of tinkerers, fabricators, and...
All right, let's get on with it.
Here is Unit. Have you ever seen such a marvel?
I cannot be sure, but I believe that is an orb.
Could it be the Orb of Storms?
Not if they've had it as long as they say they have. It must be another orb.
We sometimes refer to it as the Orb of Hands.
This little ball knows everything?
If we ask the question properly, he will give us answers. Oh, one who knows all, we need your help. These travelers have come many miles to ask you a question. Speak to them and give them the benefit of your vast knowledge.
Unit functioning. Input query.
What?
That means you may ask your question.
Oh, one who knows all, I bow to you.
Correct.
What?
Bending of torso at waist and lowering until perpendicular with standing surface, returning to original position, correctly identified as bow.
I told you we don't always understand him.
We were wondering if you could identify these.
Composition of object. Amorphous inorganic mixture of silicates formed by a fusion of silica and oxides of boron, with potassium as a flux and lime as a stabilizer.
But what does it do?
Objects do nothing. They are inanimate.
Can you tell us how to make another?
State origin of glass.
It is part of an instrument called a light catcher.
Term light catcher unknown. Further information required.
It, brings things far away near.
Insufficient information.
It goes inside of a tube.
Insufficient information.
What more information does Little Ball need?
Unit requires proper identification of glass apparatus, or alternate name for instrument of origin.
All I know is it's from a light catcher.
There is no reference in memory files to the term light catcher.
So much for the one who knows all.
Perhaps light catcher is not the proper name.
You could be right. If the apparatus is as old as you say it is, the one may know it by a different name.
Then there must be a record of it.
Those records would be ancient. Where would they be?
If anyone has records going back that far, it would be the rats. Where does Unit live?
It is kept in a hiding place where no one would ever think of looking. We bring him out to talk to the One and to see him sparkle.
You call Unit it and move it about, yet you say he speaks to you.
He does not live as you or I live. He is beyond life and death.
What kind of morph is the one who knows all?
He is not morph, he is knowledge. We understand little of what he says, but sometimes in his words we find the answers to our building problems.
How does he speak to you?
He speaks to us through Unit. We do not know if the One is far away, and we only hear his voice through Unit. Or if Unit actually contains his essence, we only know that the One is pure wisdom.
Where did the One come from?
No one knows. Unit was found among some ruins and brought to our village by our ancestors long ago.
How old is he, it?
There is talk he may go back to the time of the humans.
Oh, them again.
Anyway, records of him go back as far as our own history. He is our best kept secret.
Who are you? Who are you? I'm the doorkeeper. Who are you?
I may need a disguise.
Anything more I can do for you?
We must find out what this confounded thing is before we continue. It is like no glass I have ever seen, but the pieces fit together to form a circle.
So I see. I have seen something like this before, when I was young. I was sent to study ruins believed left by the humans. Where is that book? The sign out front read observatory and contained the most wondrous things. One of them was a huge round tube with glass of differing thickness throughout it.
Was it a light catcher?
Not exactly. From what I understood, it was more of a light bender. But it made the stars seem close enough to touch. Ah, I remember. It was called a telescope, and the piece of glass called a lens.
I will return to the orb and see if it recognizes
Scope, telescope, and lens.
I am in your debt, Francis.
Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you?
I said I'm the doorkeeper. Who are you?
Who are you?
Can you tell us how to make another?
State origin of glass.
Telescope. It's a lens from a telescope.
Theoretically possible to make if specifications followed exactly.
Glassmaster, can you do it?
I'll do what I can. Very well, unit. Suppose you and I get to work.
Glassmaster, what news have you? Have you been successful?
Well, yes and no.
I like the first part best.
I was able to construct the lens from the instructions given by Unit. However, it is still too rough. Unit says I need polishing rouge to polish the lens to its proper smoothness, but I have none.
Is there anything we can use as a substitute?
Not to my knowledge. I am unfamiliar with the use of rouge.
Tell me, Glassmaster, what is your opinion?
Perhaps I can try a harsher polish on the lens. It may help it, but it may also ruin it beyond repair.
What are the chances for success?
Slim, very slim.
Friend Sokka, What is your opinion?
Perhaps there is a substitute we can use for polishing rouge.
But we're not even sure what polishing rouge is. We certainly don't know what to substitute for it.
Perhaps the one who knows all can tell us.
Yeah, excuse me, Orb.
Unit functioning.
Unit, we have no polishing rouge. Is there anything we can substitute for it?
Qualities and properties of rouge can only be duplicated by soil composed solely of red clay, which is ground into the finest powder. Clay must be pure and free of any chunks. Any imperfection in the substance will result in damage to glass.
Then we may be doomed. I know of no clay. And where can we find this pure red clay?
Location unknown.
Unknown?
Pockets are known to exist in this area, but exact locations are unknown.
Glassmaster, any ideas?
Fine red clay. I wouldn't know where to find it.
Sokka, do you know where the clay might be?
I have no idea.
Sokka, do you know where the clay might...
I have no idea.
Ia, can you think of any place for red clay?
No, I can't.
I can't remember red clay anywhere we've been.
Neither can I, except in the Boar King's mud bath.
What?
Yes, that's what the Boar King uses to make his special mud. Finely ground red clay.
Do you mean that I was up to my waist in red clay and didn't even know it? No, no.
What will you do now? The last time we saw the Boar King, we barely escaped with our lives. We dare not try it again.
What will you do?
The only thing we can do.
No, let him in. He's a regular. Go ahead, Riff.
Your Majesty, it is the Fox, Riff. He requests an audience with you.
A fox? He just doesn't learn, does he? Very well. Send him in. It will amuse me.
Your Majesty.
Tempting fate, my young foolish friend. Why are you here?
I was going to come in here and beg for mercy. I was going to plead for clemency. I was going to grovel at your feet and appeal to you for the release of my friend. I was going to strip myself of every vestige of dignity I have left for your pleasure. But now, I don't think I'm going to.
Did I miss something?
What an odd red color. It's getting pretty hard and dry, though.
This is excellent. Exactly what Unit requested.
So this is the lens. It's beautiful. Hello, sir.
Ah, it's you. I was beginning to think I'd never see you again.
That thought crossed our minds several times as well.
Well, did you do it? Did you fix my light catcher?
That I did, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful. How I've longed to see my beloved horizon. The stars, the moon. Oh, how can I ever thank you?
By fulfilling your part of the bargain.
Yes, we want the map. Of course, it's right here. In fact, I've only now finished it. A traveler was through a couple of days ago. He was from the north and was on his way back there. He gave me a great deal of information, which I've included on this map.
How fortunate.
Yes, in fact, he was quite forthcoming with his information. For a raccoon.
A raccoon?
That's right, a big fellow too. I told him about your quest, and he was quite interested in it. That's when he started giving me all the information.
Tycho, can you remember which additions you made from the raccoon's information?
Why, yes, I can.
Kindly remove them from the map. This information I do not trust. The trail is warmer than we thought.
It's ready.
We've not a moment to waste. Let us be off.
Let's see where we are. Very well then. We have the map, fresh provisions, and a noble purpose. What more could we possibly ask for?
Mud!
I promise that upon the completion of our mission, you shall swim in the sod to your heart's content. Now then, let us be off.
Wait. You are Riff, are you not?
Of that I plead guilty. Who are you?
I am servant to Alara, High Priestess of the Orb of Storms. She has sent me here with a most solemn request.
If it is within my power to help Ilara, I shall gladly do so.
News has reached her that you are bound for the Wildlands. She asked that you deliver this letter to her sister, Alama.
Ilara has a sister in the Wildlands?
Yes. Alama was always the adventurer of the two. Quite a loner. When she was quite young, she chose to live in seclusion in the Wildlands. They have not seen each other in many years.
But how shall I find her?
We do not know. Perhaps she will have to find you. At any rate, if you can find her, Alara would be most grateful.
I am happy to be of service. Tell Ilara I will try to make the delivery. Let us make haste, fellows. Our quarry beckons, and we must answer. So, what's in this letter?
Nothing much. I mean, how would I know?
I must deliver this for Ilara.
Who goes there?
I am Riff of the Fox Tribe and Associates. We seek passage.
And passage you shall have. All you have to do is pay the toll.
Us? Pay you? Dog must have gotten a hold of a bad bone.
By whose authority is this highway robbery allowed to happen?
Prince.
Prince who?
Prince, that's it, just Prince. He's our leader.
Ringleader, you mean?
And this prince expects us to give him money just to pass through?
It's either that, or you do not pass at all. On the other hand, Prince is very fond of amusement. I'm sure that if you told him but a few humorous stories, he would not only grant you safe passage, but make you his honored guests as well.
Not bad. A few jokes and we're out of here.
Do you think you can come up with some humorous stories?
Are you joking? I'll have him rolling on the floor. Take us to this prince. We'll teach him what amusement is all about.
Right this way.
I'm bored. Bored. I need something to do.
Oh, let's do something.
We could go chase wagons along the road.
Maybe you could throw me a stick and I could bring it back.
No, no. Today, I feel like howling. I haven't had a good howl in a long time. Hey, everyone, how about a good group howl?
Prince, in the courtyard are...
Wow, that felt great. But now I am bored again.
My prince, there are 3 travelers at the gate who wish passage.
Did you say travelers?
That's right. They say they're on their way to the Wildlands.
Well, bring them in.
Enter!
Welcome, welcome, my friend. To whom have I the pleasure of addressing?
I am Riff of the Fox Tribe. These are my associates. Lieutenant Ia of the Guard of the Forest King, and Sergeant Ak of the Boar Tribe. We seek passage to the Wildlands, but we must respectfully decline your request for a toll.
I see. Well, my needs are small, and a bit of amusement is certainly worth as much as money to me.
Then perhaps I could entertain you with some amusing stories.
Very well. You may proceed.
Good evening, ladies and germs. A magician walks by a statue.
The first thing I'm going to do is kill me some pigeons. Heard it?
Once upon a time, there were 3 little boars, and each decided to build a house. One built his out of straw.
Oh, I know this one. So the wolf blew down all the houses except the brick house. And the brave, smart boars killed the stupid old wolf. And lived happily ever after.
Thank you so much for your help. Once there were 2 foxes who deeply offended the local constable. The constable swore to lock the foxes in the dungeon. So the foxes decided to dress up as females.
And in the end, the rich merchant says, oh, well, nobody's perfect. Heard it? It seems that you have neither paid the toll, nor have you managed to amuse me. My, this is a disappointment.
Then we will be on our way and bother you no more.
Au contraire. You will yet provide me with amusement, only this time it will be on my terms. Guards!
What?
Take our guests to the dungeon until I decide what to do with them.
Ow! What happened?
Apparently, Prince really didn't like that last story.
Where are we?
We're either in the dungeon or the worst inn in the world.
It's definitely empty.
Did someone call me? Is everything all right? I like my prisoners. They're all my friends. Please, let me be your friend. Would you like me to get you something?
How about some weapons? Fetch us our weapons.
The weapons, of course. I can get you weapons. You wait, just wait, and I'll bring you some great weapons. Hey, wait a second. Are you trying to trick me?
Excuse me, do you know what Prince intends to do with us?
No, I'm sorry, but I'm sure it's something fun. Prince is a good master. Good master.
How about some blankets? Fetch us some blankets.
I can do that. I can get you blankets. You wait, just wait, and I'll bring you blankets. I'm sorry, we don't have blankets. We don't even use blankets. Please forgive me.
How about some food? Fetch us some food.
I can do that. I can get you food. You wait, just wait, and I'll bring you good food. Here it is. Here's the food.
Are we supposed to eat this with our hands?
Oh, no. No hands. Just stick your face right in.
I don't think so.
A spoon? I've heard of those. I think we have one in the museum. I'll go get it. You just wait. Here you go. I think this is a spoon. Do you like it? Is it a good one?
You really love your job, don't you? We don't want anything more. You can go now.
What's the matter? Don't you like me? Have I done something wrong?
No, we like you. You've been a good jailer. Good jailer.
Thank you. I'll see you later then, all right?
Is that food?
Well, that's a matter of opinion. I feel strangely stronger, but ugh, what a taste. This brick looks loose. If I just had something to dig it out with. I'll try this. Hey, it's working! The mortar's coming out! One, two, three, push! 1, 2, 3, push! That's it!
At last. Do you see anything in there? The tunnel is too small for me, and probably too small for...
It appears that I am the only one who will fit through this opening.
Very well. However, I do not like sending you out of here by yourself.
I'll be back as quickly as I can to free you. In the meantime, please try not to kill each other.
I suppose there's nothing to do now except wait.
Freedom at last. Uh-oh. Let's see where we are. Heavens, that storm certainly appeared quickly. It looks like a bad one, too. If the Orb of Storms were in the hands of its rightful owners, we could have predicted this. Wow, look at that tree! I had better find shelter lest the storm turn violent and I find myself defenseless. At last, perhaps I can find food and shelter here.
Halt! Stand where you are.
That should be easy enough. Where else can I stand except where I am?
I'm not impressed by your clever answers. I hereby declare you my prisoner.
It's about time.
What?
Come, come! I am your prisoner. Lock me up. Confine me to quarters. It's getting late. Well, what are you waiting for? My prison cell awaits. By the way, what's for dinner?
Halt! Stand where you are.
There's that phrase again.
Prepare to meet the chiefess. Bow before power.
I am honored to stand before you.
Identify yourself.
I am Riff of the Fox Tribe at your service.
I have seen neither you nor your kinsman in these parts before.
My village is far to the south.
And what brings you here?
I am on a quest to return an item that was stolen from my people. We believe that it was stolen by a raccoon that lives to the north of here.
And what sort of item was stolen?
A wondrous globe known as the Orb of Storms. It predicts the weather and the seasons.
Such an item would be valuable indeed. Very well. You may pass through our village unharmed. Peace be with you. My attendant will see to your comfort. Now, if you will excuse me, I am needed elsewhere.
Follow me. I will show you where you can sleep tonight.
Your chiefess has a sadness about her.
She is extremely concerned about the health of her daughter, Merk.
What's wrong with her?
Merk was on a hunting expedition in the mountains when a sudden thunderstorm caused her to lose her footing and fall.
Was she badly hurt?
Her wounds were not bad, but it took the hunting party 3 days to return to the village. By then, the wounds had become infected.
What is her condition now?
She is quite weak and delirious, and not expected to last much longer. Poor Prawa, Merk is her beloved, and her hope for our tribe.
Please accept my gratitude for your gracious hospitality.
Well, traveler, did you have a good night?
Very comfortable indeed. I would like to repay you if possible. I understand your daughter is quite ill.
Then you understand correctly. We had hoped to see an improvement in her condition, but those hopes are fading by the day.
May I examine her wound?
Are you a healer?
No, but in my travels I encounter many different people. If any of them can provide assistance, I shall do everything in my power to aid you in your plight.
If you can help in any way, you shall have my undying gratitude. Follow me.
No, no! Look out! The rocks are falling!
She has been like this for several days. Her fevered mind keeps reliving the accident. I fear she will not be able to hold on much longer.
Then I had best make haste. I promise to do everything I can to find a solution. Do not lose hope.
On the contrary, you have restored my hope. Good luck, Rip.
Help me! Help me! I'm so hot! I'm burning!
Hold on, my darling! You must hold on!
Confound these shoes! Shoddy material!
'Tis a blight on our society.
Well, what do you want? Who are you?
My name is Riff of the Fox tribe.
Kylus Honeyfoot is my name. Dry goods merchant extraordinaire is my game.
I am, looking for an old friend. A raccoon. Perhaps you've seen him.
A raccoon? Let's see now. No, I don't recall running across any raccoons lately. But if I do, I'll be sure to mention that you're looking for him.
I would be most interested in seeing what you have.
So then, what will be your pleasure?
I would like to purchase the needle and thread.
A wise choice. That will be a mere 10 credits.
10 credits? I'm afraid I do not have that much on me.
Then perhaps you have something you could barter for it?
All I have on my person are...
The only thing I am interested in is that gold ring. I'd say that was worth 10 credits. You are indeed a shrewd businessman, young fox.
Farewell, friend Kylus.
Safe journey, my friend.
Let's see where we are. Hello? Hello? Is anyone in there? Hello?
Go away!
Her hospitality is underwhelming. I know. I'll slip the letter under the door. She'll read it and let me in. She is, after all, a cat. And her curiosity will surely get the better of her. Then again, maybe not. If at first you don't succeed, block the bottom of the door. I seem to have missed an opening. All right, if that's the way you want to play. Go ahead, try to throw the letter out now.
Oops!
A letter from Ilara. Why, it's been forever since I heard from her. I suppose she's still involved with that sanctuary thing. She always did like that hoodoo.
Yes, in fact, she...
But what about you? Surely you didn't come all the way up here just to bring me this letter, did you?
No, ma'am. I'm on a quest to...
Where are my manners? Would you like something to eat? Poor thing, you must be half starved. You come in and tell me all about yourself while I fix us a little snack.
Very well.
And sit up straight. Young people need to watch their posture, or by the time you're my age, you'll be round-shouldered. You don't want that, do you?
No, ma'am,
Well, all right then. Go ahead,
Tell me all about yourself. What are you doing here?
I'm on a quest to recover the Orb of Storms, which was stolen from its sanctuary at the temple. I saw the smoke coming from the chimney and decided to stop.
Well, it's a good thing you did. Or you'd be wandering around lost for sure. Land sakes, you've had quite an adventure, haven't you?
Yes. And I fear it is far from over. Now I must try to locate a doctor for Prawa's daughter. I feel she will not last much longer.
I know of no doctors in this area. However, there are some folk remedies that we have used for many years.
And they work?
Child, these remedies have been around a lot longer than those newfangled medicines. They work just fine.
Can you tell me what these remedies are?
Of course, I can make one up for you. First, we'll need some honey.
Honey? I mean to cure her, not sweeten her.
The honey will act as an astringent to draw out the fever. I'll give you a bowl to gather it in.
This will help her delirium?
Once the fever is broken, the delirium will subside.
What about the pain?
We will put catnip leaves into the salve to help ease the pain. Also make a tea from the leaves. It will act as a sedative for her.
What can I use to heal the wound?
Is the wound open?
Yes, it is.
Then you must also get a needle and thread to sew up the wound.
Sew up the wound? Oh, I don't think...
You must be brave. If the wound is not sewn up, none of the other ingredients will be effective.
Where can I find these materials?
Honey bees make their combs mostly in hollow trees. Catnip grows best in moist soil, so look around lakes and streams. Just look around you.
Fortunately, I already have a needle and thread.
Good. That will save us a great deal of time.
And these ingredients are all I need to make the cure?
Land sakes, no, child. Those are just the ingredients I don't already have. Find those ingredients, bring them back to me, and you shall have your salve.
Then I'd best be on my way. I have a life to save, friends to free from prison, and an orb to recover. All in all, a rather full schedule.
Then be off with you. When you return, I'll make up the salve and send you on your way.
For this, you will earn not only my gratitude, but that of the Wildcat tribe as well. I will return as soon as possible. I wonder if that's the eating bowl, the washing bowl, or the mixing of potions bowl. Interesting smell. Let's see where we are. Nothing special about it. None of the miners seem to be around. The demand for dressed stone must be down this year. A cut block of stone. Looks like good work, too. I wonder what sort of mine this is. It doesn't look equipped for ore mining. Those stalactites look like jewels. This must be some sort of crystal mine. That crystal has an eerie glow. I wonder what causes that. I wish I could show this to Reen. This is very interesting. How beautiful. I bet this is where the jewelry makers get their crystals from. What a lovely rock crystal. This must be worth something if I can just break it off. Those things are fastened pretty tightly. A piece of flint. Hooray! Bees! And unless I miss my guess, those are definitely honeybees. That means there must be honey in that tree. Ouch! This is not going to be as easy as I thought. How am I ever going to get the honey away from those bees? Now I have tinder for a fire. All I need is a spark to light it. Fly away, little bees. I shall take a small portion of your golden treasure and see that it is put to good use. The honey is mine!
What have you found so far? No, thank you. It won't do me any good. This is excellent. Have you anything else for me? Good. You've gotten all the ingredients. I'll just go mix them up in the proper proportions, teach you to apply them, and send you on your way.
You have earned my gratitude along with that of the Wildcat Chiefess.
The Wildcat Chiefess has long given me respect, and I her. Tell her I will keep her daughter in my thoughts.
Nothing special about it.
Master Riff, I have orders to let you pass.
The salve has been applied and the wound sewn shut. I think she'll be fine. The medicine should take effect soon.
Mother. Mother? Is that you?
Yes. Oh, yes, Mother. At last we'll have a reason to celebrate in the village after so long.
Your people certainly know how to celebrate, Prawa.
Of course. It's because my daughter Murp shall live. You have earned our eternal gratitude, Griff. How can we ever repay you?
My friends are still being held prisoner by Prince and his dog guards. I must rescue them. If you assist me in this, I would happily consider the debt paid.
What did you have in mind?
If my plan is successful, there will be no bloodshed. In fact, the dogs will never even know you were there.
It is done. All of the sedative has been placed in the food supply. The rest is up to you.
Excellent. Each dog who consumes the sedative will sleep for at least 3 hours. More than enough time for me to free my friends.
But the sedative is not that strong. You will still have to be very quiet so as not to awaken any of the dogs.
I will have to take my chances. It is the only way to save my friends.
Our best wishes go with you.
Must have been a big bird. Nice piece of furniture. No, that's probably where he keeps his jammies.
I'll catch you, fox. I'll catch you. I'll catch you. No, grab the fox. Stop him. Fluffy tails. I hate foxes. Wait for me, girls. Wait for me. Fuck. Wait for me. No. No. Throw him into the maze.
I lose again.
Again? Let us lap down a few in celebration.
You lost and I won. That's true. But I suspect you've been betting with my chips.
A good drink and your chips are all that sustains me. Hey, I see a fox.
Not that old trick. You're not picking at my cards.
In that case, I say forget about dealing. We should replay these very same hands again.
It was an entertaining hand.
Agreed, then. Give me some of your chips so that I may bet.
Someone open a new bowl of wine.
Strip poker? Are you mad?
We always lose. We'd be down to our collars in no time.
I'm just plain human tired. I don't know what I'm saying.
I miss my leash. I really miss my leash. Does it seem quiet around here?
Too quiet. Much better.
Riff, you've returned. I knew you would.
Let's go.
You are an honorable warrior to have returned.
I never doubted you'd save us.
Nothing special about it. Nothing special about it.
Does it seem too much?
Allow me to try. It is too large. We will have to figure something else out.
Gentlemen, allow me to make a suggestion. You, Fox, are a fine puzzle solver and possess a quick wit. Fine attributes, to be sure. And you, Elk, are a fine archer and noble warrior. These too are enviable skills. However, when you need brute strength and pure power, just say Unk. Ha ha ha!
Hello.
Hylas Honeyfoot is my name. Dry goods merchant extraordinaire is my game.
I would be most interested in seeing what you have.
So then, what will be your pleasure?
I would like to trade back the needle and thread for the ring.
Riff, my friend, I would be a poor businessman indeed if I would make such a trade. No, I'm afraid I cannot agree to such a bargain.
Life is also a series of choices, and we can use those choices to make life better or worse for those around us.
Please, spare me your philosophizing. If you want the ring, come up with the credits.
But, Ak, do you see what you can do to, persuade our friend to see our side?
I don't think you realize how important this is to Riff. And I hate to see Riff unhappy.
You'll have to do better than that. You can't intimidate me.
Let's see how brazen you are when you taste the steel of my...
What's the matter? Missing your sword, perhaps? Perhaps you would like to buy a sword. I'm running a special.
Ooh!
Ak, I'm afraid he has us at a disadvantage. Forget it.
But...
Ia, perhaps you could persuade our friend.
My friend, I represent the Forest King in the land to the south. The quest we are on is very dear to his heart, and I am sure that he would...
Please spare me your entreaties. I do not deal in promises. I deal in hard cash.
But...
Tell me, might you find any value in this crystal?
Why, yes. Yes, indeed.
So, we have a deal?
Oh, we do indeed. The ring is yours, along with my fondest wish that it brings you good fortune.
I see nothing here that I want at this time.
Indeed. Perhaps next time.
Farewell, friend Kylus.
Safe journey, my friend.
Well, come on. What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting to grow strong legs and hooves.
Not bad, Elk. Not bad at all.
I wouldn't want to take a tumble down that. This is much too far for me to jump. Here we go. According to the map, there should be a ferry here to take us across.
That must be what this old boat is. But I don't see anyone to operate it.
All the better. We can just take the boat across ourselves.
I wouldn't try that if I were ye.
What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
If ye want to cross yon channel, ye had best ask me nicely.
We are on a quest of grave importance, and would be most grateful if you could but give us passage across the channel.
Your quest means nothing to me, and your gratitude means less. If ye wants passage, ye will pay me price.
What is your price?
It's not much, I ask. I'd be rather fond of jewelry. Gold is most to me liking. Might ye have any gold upon your persons?
We are but poor travelers.
Then I am but a poor ferryman, and have no room on me boat for the likes of thee.
The wetness, the tossing, the danger. I love boats.
The wetness, the tossing, the danger. I hate boats.
That ring should do for passage. Hand it over and we'll be off. Aye, this be fine. It has a good weight, and where did ye get this? Where?
You recognize it?
That I do, and it does not bode well. We're off, lads. Settle back, it'll be a while. Perhaps I could answer a few questions for ye. No charge.
What do you know about this ring?
I know it belongs to a wolf captain, and that be no one to trifle with. Now, where did you find it?
Let's just say that I found it in the quarters of the leader of another tribe.
Then there be an alliance.
An alliance? What sort of alliance?
That I know not. It could be anything from a simple trade agreement to a military alliance. That would depend on which wolf pack is making the alliance. and the tribe they're making the alliance with.
Suppose I said the alliance was made with the Boers.
Then hold on to your hat, laddie, 'cause suddenly I smells war in the air.
War? With whom?
With anyone who gets in our way, that's who. Any wolf pack that would form an alliance with the Boer is looking for trouble.
Tell us about the wolves of the North Island.
There be several tribes. The mountain wolves stay mostly to themselves. They don't like to be bothered. But should ye run into one, ye stand a chance of getting away alive.
They sound lovely.
The forest wolves are their friendliest. Just a bunch of big dogs, if you ask me. The snow wolves live far to the north. They're a small group, mostly nomadic by nature.
They don't seem like a group that would want to have anything to do with the Boer.
Nah, the ones ye has to look out for are called the Hunters of the Dark Claw.
Who are they?
They be the baddest bunch of thieving, murdering blackguards in all the land. They're the type that'll slit your throat and feed you to the vultures just for fun.
Delightful.
Who is their leader?
Our leader be Gar, and he be the worst of the worst. If it's him what's mixed up with the Boer, that means trouble deep.
What can you tell us about the North Island?
Nothing good, unless you're born there and know its ways. It can be mighty unfriendly to strangers.
Is there anything we should look out for?
Aye, everything. Don't turn your back on nothing. Might just be the thing what kills ye.
Where is the camp of the Hunters of the Dark Claw?
In the northeast part of the island. Don't let that fool ye, though. They've got scouts and spies everywhere.
What is in the northern part of the island?
Don't know. I hear stories about strange buildings. Maybe left there by some dead tribe. Never been there, though. Most what goes there never comes back.
Well then, we had best be on our way.
By the time we get to the island, it'll be time to set up camp.
Yes, we'd better get an early start if we plan to pick up the raccoon's trail.
Raccoon? Ye be chasing the raccoon?
Yes. What do you know about him?
Nothing. I knows nothing. Now leave me be.
Good sir, lives hang in the balance.
I've said too much already. Now leave me be, or so help me, I'll throw the lot of ye off me boat. I swear it.
How can this raccoon possibly inspire such fear in a wolf?
This is obviously no ordinary raccoon. At any rate, we shall find the answer on yon island.
Perhaps. Perhaps the answer shall find us.
Maybe we're chasing the wrong raccoon. Maybe he didn't steal the orb at all.
Well, here we are, standing at the edge of yet another unknown land.
So that's the North Island.
Do you have any idea where you're going?
My instincts are telling me that my stomach is hungry.
Very pretty. Hello!
Yo!
Was it something I said?
Who are you? Why are you here?
Actually, we were just passing through.
You lie! No one comes to the North Island by accident. Tell me the truth, or you will not live to lie again.
I speak the truth. We have never been to this island before. How could we know that this is your domain?
Perhaps you are in league with the others.
The others?
You know who they are. You know. My name is Shiala. I live in these woods. You may continue in peace. But remember, I'll be keeping an eye on you. Please leave me alone.
This is like no structure I've ever seen before. Some sort of hollow tube. But then all tubes are hollow, aren't they? It looks completely rusted, which probably means that we're not going to be able to get in this way.
Well, where are we going now? We have no idea where we are.
We'll just have to trust our instincts. We're on the right trail. I can feel it. However, we must keep looking. After all, we can't expect the hunters to come to us. I have a plan. Attention! I hereby declare all of you my prisoners. Put down your weapons and form a straight line. Well, I didn't say it was a good plan.
We can't expect them to come to us, huh? Well, surprise, surprise.
We could have wandered for days before finding the camp of the Hunters of the Dark Claw, but luckily here we are.
Uh-huh. We're sitting here in a cage, held prisoner by a bunch of crazy wolves who are keeping us alive just for the pleasure of killing us later. Yeah, I'm feeling real lucky.
Ah, you're alive, I see. Good.
What is the meaning of this? Why have you attacked us?
I guess I'm just a big bad wolf.
Big bad wolf. That's great. Boss, you kill me.
Don't tempt me.
What do you intend to do with us?
You I have no use for. When it suits me, you shall die a slow death for my amusement. You, Fox, shall make a lovely ornament for my wall. Or perhaps a nice rug for me to wipe my feet on. Ha!
Yeah.
Thanks for dropping by. Don't be strangers now. My friends, make yourselves comfortable. It appears we may be here for a while.
Good evening, gentlemen. At last we meet face to face. I understand you three have had quite a nasty time trying to find me.
That is an understatement.
Don't worry. These wolves will not harm you in any way.
That's good.
Until I tell them to. For now, let's have a nice chat.
Who are you?
Oh, forgive me. My manners are atrocious. My name is Chota. How do you do?
Not well, thank you.
Yes, I'm afraid it looks that way.
You are a long way from the rest of your tribe.
My tribe? I have no tribe. I learned long ago that I am, different.
What do you intend to do with us?
Well, I obviously cannot allow you to interfere with my plans. Therefore, I can either hold you in this cell, which I am sure you would find most distasteful, or I could simply kill you, which you would probably like even less.
You call those choices?
I give you until tomorrow morning to decide your fate. May I suggest hanging? It's quick and ever so much less messy than beheading.
Tell me, Chota, the Orb of Storms, is it in your possession?
Oh my, yes. I have it all right, and I intend to keep it.
Why? So what if you can predict the weather? You are only one raccoon. There's only so much you can plant and harvest.
Ah, my friend, you're not seeing the big picture. You see, the Orb of Storms is only a small part of a much larger force. A force which will enable me to actually control the weather.
What?
It's true. Can you imagine? It will rain as long as I say it will, and it will stop when I say. It will be blazing hot or freezing cold at my pleasure. Floods or droughts at my command.
And what will determine which weather you create?
Why, the will of the people, of course. I am their servant. Naturally, they will elect me their governor.
And what happens if the tribes do not elect you?
Ah, then I'm afraid I'll have to take rather drastic measures. But fear not. As their governor, I shall put a stop to all of their silly arguing and squawking. There will be peace and goodwill.
Or else the people die?
You obviously have no appreciation for my plans.
Since we can't seem to agree on these matters, perhaps you would be so kind as to leave us.
I shall do so, but I will be back tomorrow. Meantime, sleep well, my friends, in preparation for the sleep eternal.
Shh! Quiet! It is I, Shiala. I've come to free you.
And not a moment too soon. How did you know where to find us?
I knew you would wind up here eventually. You were no match for these wolves.
It's nice to know we inspire such confidence.
There. I've cut the binds on the cage. You must hurry. The Dark Claw are out hunting now, but they will return before long.
I think it's time to escape.
I hate it when we're trying to get away, and you just want to talk.
That sheep looks pretty done to me. Pretty wicked-looking emblem. Ah, doesn't he ever clean this place? You'd think that a bandit leader could at least afford servants. Ugh, it's filthy.
A leader without his own bath doesn't deserve any respect at all.
So this is Gar's Den, a small place for such a mighty leader.
I wonder if this was made by the humans. Looks pretty sharp, if you ask me. It's a thin card with metallic markings on it. Ak! Ia, look at this! There's something shiny down in that nest below.
What do you know?
Some sort of metal?
It's hard to tell from up here.
What is it?
I'm not sure. It's very thin and flat, and it bends.
Oh, good. We needed one of those.
What a lovely horizon. There have been times lately when I've wondered if I would ever see another one.
Watch your step.
Don't worry about me.
Hello.
Silas Honeyfoot is my name. Dry goods merchant extraordinaire is my game.
I would be most interested in seeing what you have.
So then, what will be your pleasure? Excellent choice. It is a mere 3 credits.
Friend Kylus, old friend Kylus. I'm afraid that money is in very short supply right now.
'Twas ever thus.
As you know, upon the completion of our quest, we are expecting quite a large reward.
I see.
If you could look upon the lamp as an investment, your asking price will come back to you twofold when our task is through.
However, if you do not complete your task, my investment will come back nonefold. Perhaps you'd prefer something else.
Friend Kylus, the fate of our mission could very well hinge upon our obtaining that lamp.
Then I am sure you will consider 3 credits a bargain.
The Forest King will be very angry indeed.
As will the Boar King.
In fact, you stand a good chance of becoming the biggest villain in the known lands.
No one likes me now, and yet I still seem to find customers. So tell me, what else can I do for you?
Well, my friends, it looks like we can do no good here. Unfortunately, we have nothing of value except our treasure.
Treasure?
Oops! Did I say treasure? Forget it. We don't really have a priceless statuette dating back to the time of the humans, which is guaranteed to make us rich beyond our wildest dreams. Just forget I said anything.
Priceless statuette? Rich?
Yes.
I can help you. I will take the statuette back to the known lands and wait for you there. Then you need not fear capture.
How do we know you will not sell the statuette and keep the money for yourself?
I will give you the lamp as an act of good faith.
Very well. I shall place the statuette in your charge. See that you guard it well.
Oh, I will. I shall guard it with my very life.
Farewell, friend Kylus.
Safe journey, my friend.
Looks like the tracks have rusted. We can only open it a little bit. Looks like we can only open... The oil should loosen it a bit. It's open. I wonder if the humans created these.
And what are those? Some sort of houses?
What a strange building.
It's a screwdriver. This might come in handy. Well, it used to be a can of paint. Now it's just a can of sludge. Looks like ancient tools. They are too old to be of any use now. Looks pretty dead to me. Evacuate? I wonder what it means by that. A narrow slot surrounded by lights.
There's something about this place I don't like. Too many things flashing.
This is the strangest room yet, and that's really saying something.
But is it art? Something clicked. A strange metallic triangle. I wonder what it is. Looks like a writing desk with machinery in it. Looks like some kind of black glass. What a strange creature. Probably somebody's pet. pretty huge. I wonder who built it.
It's impressive, but why would anyone build such a useless thing?
There seems to be water coming out of the windows in that building. Very disturbing.
This must have been built by the humans. I can see the top of the dam from here. It sure is big.
Everything is white. Why can't they paint their buildings a proper brown?
Each of these buildings is more strange than the last.
I've never seen a door like this one before. I wonder what ancient mysteries lie beyond it. It's a picture of a hot blast of fire, but why is it moving so slowly? It's got little glowing red symbols, and there's a little door on the back. Hey, a tiny golden cylinder popped out, and the little red numbers stopped glowing. It seems to fit right inside. The jewels on the triangle started to glow. I'll bet this little cylinder has the power to make things glow. There's little moving dots of light on it. The craftsmanship of this desk is remarkable. Amazing! That one looks like a picture of the sun.
This is a strange place to live.
I like secret passages. I really do. This must be where Shiala lives.
Amazing. Who would ever think of looking here?
No one. That seems to be the whole point.
What are you doing here?
We only entered this grotto out of curiosity. We meant no disrespect and certainly no harm.
Had I wished to hit you, I would have. That was merely to get your attention. Now tell me, what is it you're here to learn?
A wolf that eats vegetables? Amazing!
A vegetable garden? For a wolf?
She must certainly value her privacy to hide like this.
This must be where that she-wolf sleeps. Of which pack are you a member?
I belong to no pack. I belong only to myself. I was born of the forest wolves. A group of wolves broke away from the pack to form their own group. They promised freedom from pack responsibilities and a new and better way of life. My parents left the pack to go with them and took me along.
And was it better?
It was fine at first. Then the power struggles began. There were disagreements, fights, and finally, bloodshed. One wolf, the strongest and most vicious, assumed leadership, and all who opposed him were killed, including my parents.
May I assume this new leader's name was Gar?
That's right. When I ran away from the hunters, Gar swore revenge upon me. He told the forest wolves that if I was given shelter or helped in any way, he would burn their villages to the ground. So I became a fugitive.
Tell us about the Hunters of the Dark Claw.
They are sadistic bullies who live to kill and enslave. They are totally without honor, and a blight on the name of wolf. But they are very successful, and must have spies everywhere.
This Gar must be a clever leader.
That is part of the puzzle. Gar is a stupid brute. They are all stupid brutes. I cannot understand why they've been so successful unless...
Unless there is someone behind Gar.
Exactly. But no one has ever been able to find out who.
Do you know anything about a raccoon?
There are rumors in the forest of an evil spirit which has taken the form of a raccoon.
Evil spirit? Bah! We do not believe in spirits.
Then you do not believe in life. All nature is but spirit which has taken form, some for good, some for evil.
But you have never seen this raccoon.
I have not, but I don't have to see it to feel its presence. Something evil is out there. I know it.
Is that your own vegetable garden?
So, what of it? This is my lair, my lifestyle.
Of course, some of my best friends are herbivores.
I'm no herbivore. It's just that I like vegetables.
What's wrong with herbivores? I've been one all my life.
Plants? Creatures? I can eat either way.
Enough! I'll eat what I choose, that's all.
Indeed, an admirable ambition. Please forgive our intrusion. We will leave now if you wish.
Perhaps it is I who should ask your pardon for my hasty reaction. You're not my enemy. You may stay and look around if you wish. I'll be right here if you need anything.
What is this?
I do not know. It is a type of rock I have never seen before. Sometimes I hear strange noises coming from behind it.
And what is this triangle-shaped depression?
Perhaps some artwork. Not very interesting, though.
Perhaps this will do the trick.
Going to do...
Just a figure of speech. It works!
Hey! Nice trick!
It looks like some sort of tunnel.
Let's go.
Perhaps you should wait here, Shiala. If we run into a trap or other danger, I would feel better having a warrior of your prowess here to back us up.
I shall wait until the sun is half again toward the horizon. Then, I shall follow you into the tunnel.
Pretty impressive, huh? That's a lot of water.
Huh? What did you say? I can't hear you! Huh?
Ak, at times like this, I can understand your preference for small enclosed spaces.
These rooms are too filled with noise and ghosts and broken machines. Let's keep moving.
These rooms have a special beauty I never would have expected, and a sadness at being so empty. I hear something up above.
Now, this is the kind of place I could really live in. Given a little more rubbish on the floor, of course.
I wonder what it means. This bed has been used recently and smells of raccoon. Could they be glowing gems? Could that be it at last?
You! I knew you had escaped the wolves, but I didn't expect you to find me here. Forgive me for underestimating your cleverness.
You may dispense with the compliments. We are here for the Orb of Storms.
No! I will not allow you to ruin my plans!
Your plans are already ruined.
Not all!
He's getting away! After him! Halt, Chota! You cannot escape us!
You'll never take this orb! Never!
Give yourself up! It is 3 against 1.
3 against 2. And I promise you, I fight like 5 warriors.
You see? You didn't know you had a wolf behind you, did you?
That's nothing compared to what's behind you.
What?
I'm behind you. And I've got the orb.
Why, you... Give me that orb!
Throw it! Throw it! Throw it to... me?
Now, boy, prepare to meet your doom.
Perhaps not. You fight like 5 warriors, eh? Too bad the other 4 didn't show up.
Ah! Ah!
Give me that orb!
I think not.
Aren't you tired yet?
I've got it! It's mine! Oh!
Well, I guess that's it for the Orb of Storms.
I wonder what they'll do with us.
At this point, I've just about had my fill of kings and orbs and dogs and wolves. Only one thing is left that matters to me now. Reen. Let's go home and find it.
Hear ye, hear ye. We are gathered together to honor those heroes who saved the Orb of Storms from falling into enemy hands. The brave and honorable Riff, Ock, and Ia.
But what about the fox? He did not return the orb as he was told.
He must be punished.
Riff committed no crime. The true thief has already received his just punishment.
But how will we survive without the orb?
Yes! How will we know when to plant and harvest?
We can watch the moon and the stars, like Tycho Northpaw, the astronomer. We can also keep records, like Sist, the rat. By combining both of these methods, we will be able to read the seasons for ourselves. We do not need the Orb of Storms. We do not need any orb. We have hearts. We have minds. We are more.
Well said. Now come, let us celebrate this day.
But where is... Reen!
Oh, Riff, you're safe. I was so worried about you.
About me? Are you all right? Did they hurt you?
No, I'm fine. Now.
Come, let us join the party and celebrate. Captain Ock, Captain Ia.
Yes, come on, Riff. You're a hero.
Oh, I'm no hero. I just
what?
I just didn't want anything to happen to you.
I know. That's why you're my hero. I may not have a gold medal for you,
But?
Unit functioning. Dry period is active. Priority request. Set date for ending dry period. Unit awaiting input. Awaiting input. Awaiting input.